Hi there! Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey as we step back in time to explore the legendary TV series, The Partridge Family. I'm sure many of you hold fond memories of this classic show. The Partridge Family is a timeless gem that has left an indelible mark on television history. Join us as we relive the magic, revisiting the series with the entire cast, then and now. We'll uncover the original identities and ages of the talented actors from the show and witness how they've transformed in the year 2023. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of the Partridge Family together. Number 1. Shirley Jones as Shirley Partridge. Shirley Partridge, formerly known as Shirley Renfrew before marriage, serves as the central character and mother to Keith, Lori, Danny, Chris, and Tracy. Her husband's sudden passing occurred a few months before she and her children embarked on their musical journey. Described as a smart, caring, charismatic, talented, and independent mother, Shirley plays a pivotal role in the family's adventures and pursuits. A sunny personality and a gorgeous singing voice brought actress Shirley Jones to the Broadway stage, which in turn led to her career in Hollywood. Her film work cooled in the 1960s, but she gained a following among younger viewers in the early 1970s as one of television's coolest moms on The Partridge Family, which also starred her stepson, pop idol David Cassidy. Despite warnings about the potential pitfalls of starring in a hit show, Jones, who had a musical background, had already earned acclaim and an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in Elmer Gantry. Looking back on her experience with the Partridge Family, Jones promptly offered a warning about starring in a successful show. In a 2009 interview, she recounted her agent's advice when they initially approached her about the series. They said, "If you do a series and it becomes a hit show, you will be that character for the rest of your life, and your film career will go into the toilet," which is what happened, she explained. Despite the forecasted challenges, Jones emphasized that she harbors no regrets about her decision. The success of the show solidified her position as a pop culture icon and facilitated consistent work on television and stage for the following 3 decades. Jones, now married to actor Marty Ingalls since 1977 after her split from Jack Cassidy in 1974, with whom she shares 3 sons, remains active in her acting career. When asked whether she bears resemblance to her Partridge Family character, Jones told the AP, "I am nowhere near as breezy and uncomplicated as Mrs. Partridge." Shirley Partridge is played by Shirley Jones when she was 36 years old, and now she is 89 years old. Number 2. David Cassidy as Keith Partridge. Keith has had his share of stubborn moments, but beneath it all, he harbors a deep concern for everyone around him. He sees himself as the leader of the group, a role he takes seriously. Despite the unconventional life of traveling in a band and experiencing fame, Keith maintains a demeanor typical of most teenage boys. However, his care for his family is evident, and he's been observed displaying protective instincts towards his siblings and mother. Plunged into the limelight at a young age, Cassidy, renowned for portraying lead singer Keith on The Partridge Family, quickly became a heartthrob and teenage sensation. Riding on the success of the show's original songs, Cassidy ventured into recording his own music, ultimately kickstarting a solo career that yielded 5 albums, all while still part of the iconic show. As the years progressed, the actor-musician faced personal challenges. In November 2010, he grappled with a DUI charge, followed by similar charges in August 2013 and January 2014. A month after his 3rd arrest, Cassidy's wife, Sue Schifrin Cassidy, initiated divorce proceedings. In February 2015, financial troubles led the actor to file for bankruptcy, and 8 months later, in October 2015, he faced charges related to a hit-and-run incident. Despite maintaining a steady presence on TV and raising 2 children, Cassidy contended with substance abuse problems, including a stint in rehab in 2014. In a candid revelation to People in 2017, Cassidy disclosed his diagnosis of dementia, a condition that had also affected his grandfather and mother. Keith Partridge is played by David Cassidy when he was 20 years old. Sadly, he died of liver failure at the age of 67 on November 21st, 2017 in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Number 3. Susan Dey as Laurie Partridge. While love prevails among the Partridge kids, a dash of healthy competition spices up Laurie and Keith's relationship. Regardless of the witty put-downs Keith throws her way, Laurie effortlessly counters with even sharper comebacks, showcasing her quick wit and unwavering resolve. Beyond the banter, Laurie and Keith share a profound bond as siblings. Their playful competition doesn't overshadow the evident love they have for each other. Laurie's composed demeanor and her knack for holding her ground make her a standout among the Partridge kids, adding an extra layer of dynamism to the family dynamic. At 17, Susan Dey played the role of charming and intelligent Laurie Partridge, who was savvy to worldly and relevant issues during that time. After the conclusion of the popular series, Susan Dey has been married to her second husband, Bernard Safransky, since 1988, continuing her acting career. From 1986 to 1992, she graced the screen in the legal drama L.A. Law, earning herself a Golden Globe in 1988 for her compelling performance. Dey, who is a mother to one daughter from her previous marriage, has maintained a relatively low profile in the years following, making a brief return with appearances on 2 episodes of Third Watch in 2004. Laurie Partridge is played by Susan Dey when she was 18 years old, and now she is 70 years old. Number 4. Danny Bonaduce as Danny Partridge. Gifted with a natural talent for mischief and a relentless pursuit of money, Danny's the mastermind behind one big scheme after another. Unfortunately, these plans frequently land him and the entire family in hot water. Despite his youth, Danny is a top-tier annoyance, always concocting schemes and seeking ways to make a quick buck. At the age of 8, Danny Bonaduce had already established himself as a child star even before the Partridge family hit the screens. His early career included a role in the Jerry Van Dyke 60s sitcom Accidental Family and appearances on Bewitched. Following the Partridge family, Bonaduce made guest appearances on various TV shows and in films, but he didn't achieve the same level of success as he did on the iconic show. Parallel to his co-star David Cassidy, Bonaduce faced struggles with drug addiction and alcoholism, which he candidly discussed in his 2005 reality TV show, Breaking Bonaduce. This show also brought to light the romantic challenges between Bonaduce and his ex-wife, Gretchen Hilmer. Bonaduce and Hilmer's romantic journey began with a blind date in 1990, leading to a spontaneous marriage later that same day, just 7 hours into their first date. Bonaduce described Hilmer as a very religious woman who took her vows seriously, stating, "For better or for worse." After 16 years of marriage in April 2007, Hilmer filed for divorce. The former couple, who shared 2 children, navigated the highs and lows of their relationship under the public eye, with much of their personal struggles unfolding on the reality TV stage. Danny Partridge is played by Danny Bonaduce when he was 11 years old, and now he is 63 years old. Number 5. Suzanne Crowe as Tracy Partridge. Throughout the series, Tracy is depicted as a lively and playful character, always bringing a sense of fun and excitement to the scenes she appears in. She is known for her infectious energy and her ability to brighten up the Partridge family's home with her presence. Following her role in the Partridge family, Suzanne made several guest appearances on various TV shows, including Mulligan's Stew. Her voice gave life to many characters on shows like Later. She acted in Mulligan's Stew in 1976, Thanksgiving Reunion with the Partridge Family and My Three Sons in 1977, and Children of Divorce in 1980. She also appeared in The Partridge Family, The E! True Hollywood Story, and the 70s Bell Bottoms and Boogie Shoes in 2000s. Later in her career, Crouf appeared on When the Partridge Family Ruled the World. Tracy Partridge is played by Suzanne Crowe when she was 7 years old. Unfortunately, Crouf died while sitting at her dining room table at her home in Laughlin, Nevada, on April 27, 2015, at the age of 52. Number 6. Dave Madden as Reuben Kincaid. Reuben's loyalty to the Partridges is steadfast, and they can count on him to manage their careers with unwavering dedication. However, when it comes to discretion or offering advice, Reuben's approach can sometimes be a bit tricky. He may not always excel at keeping secrets or providing the most sage guidance, but his genuine intentions and well-meaning heart make him an endearing and unforgettable character in the Partridge family's adventures. Best known for his role as the Partridge family manager, Reuben Kincaid, Madden first made a splash as a comedian after performing on The Ed Sullivan Show. The actor kept busy with a slew of guest spot gigs and a recurring role on the long-running TV series Alice. Following The Partridge Family, Madden continued his television presence with guest appearances on shows like Fantasy Island and Starsky and Hutch in 1975. His final steady television role was as basketball coach Earl Hicks on Alice in 1976, a sitcom based on Martin Scorsese's film Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore in 1974. In the later part of his career, Madden made guest appearances, occasionally parodying his Reuben Kincaid character on shows such as The Ben Stiller Show, Boy Meets World, and Sabrina the Teenage Witch in 1996. Reuben Kincaid played by Dave Madden when he was 39 years old. Sadly, Madden died on January 16, 2014, in Jacksonville, Florida, where he was receiving hospice care from complications of myelodysplastic syndrome. He was 82. Number 7. Brian Forster as Christopher "Chris" Partridge. As the youngest member of the family, Chris occasionally grapples with feelings of being left out. But his determination to be an integral part of the family's musical journey shines through. While he may not always bask in the spotlight like his siblings, Chris discovers unique ways to contribute and leave his mark. His interactions with his siblings and his mother, Shirley Partridge, radiate heartwarming warmth. The love and support they share are palpable in every episode. Whenever Chris confronts challenges or uncertainties, he finds solace in turning to his mom for advice and comfort, creating tender moments that underscore the tight bond within the Partridge family. Forster took on the role of pint-sized drummer Chris in the Partridge Family after the original actor Jeremy Gelbwaks exited the show in 1971. I remember being in 4th or 5th grade dancing around to I Think I Love You, and all of a sudden I was going to be on the show. So I was pretty excited, Forster recalled of being cast on the hit sitcom. Since the show's end in 1974, Forster dabbled in race car driving in the early 2000s and occasionally acts outside of Hollywood. More recently, Forster appeared on When the Partridge Family Ruled the World, VH1 2003-04. Christopher "Chris" Partridge played by Brian Forster when he was 11 years old, and now he is 63 years old. Number 8. Rick Seagal as Ricky Stevens. Ricky is a charming and talented teenager who becomes the lead guitarist for the Partridge Family Band after Keith Partridge temporarily leaves to pursue a solo career. He quickly becomes an integral part of the group and brings a fresh and youthful energy to their performances. Throughout his time with the Partridge Family, Ricky is shown to be a dedicated and passionate musician. He forms a close friendship with the other members of the band, especially with Laurie Partridge, with whom he shares a special bond. Rick Seagal gained international fame at the age of 4 when he first appeared as Little Ricky on the show. Seagal began his acting career at a young age and joined the Partridge Family as a regular cast member for its final season. In addition to his acting work, Seagal also recorded an album and made appearances in other TV programs and films. Despite his early success, Seagal has kept a relatively low profile in recent years, with his most recent credit coming from the TV series NCIS. Ricky Stevens, played by Rick Seagal, when he was 4 years old, and now he is 54 years old. Number 9. Gordon Jump as Albertson is portrayed as a somewhat quirky and eccentric character, always on the lookout for new opportunities to advance the Partridge family's music career. His ambition, coupled with an over-enthusiastic approach to managing the band, often lands him in amusing and comical situations. Despite his eccentricities, Albertson genuinely cares for the Partridge family and is dedicated to helping them succeed in the competitive music industry. Gordon Jump, the actor behind Albertson, earned recognition for his lovable portrayal of radio station manager Arthur the Big Guy Carlson in the popular television series WKRP in Cincinnati. His performance as the bumbling yet endearing executive endeared him to audiences and established him as a talented actor. Additionally, Jump achieved widespread fame as the Maytag repairman in commercials, a role he held for an impressive 14 years before retiring in July 2023. Jump's career began in radio before transitioning to television and film in 1963 upon moving to California. Throughout his career, he showcased his versatility by taking on various roles that highlighted his acting prowess. Despite his passing in 2003 at the age of 71 from pulmonary fibrosis, Jump's legacy endures through his memorable performances. Albertson played by Gordon Jump when he was 38 years old. Sadly, died on September 22, 2003, from pulmonary fibrosis that led to respiratory failure at his home near Los Angeles, California. He was 71. Number 10. Gary Dubin as Punky Lazar. Originally portrayed as a spunky and witty teenager, Punky Lazar quickly became a fan favorite during the show's run in the 1970s. Her vibrant personality and relatable experiences resonated with viewers of all ages. Gary Dubin is best remembered for his role as Punky Lazar, a friend of Danny Partridge on the Partridge Family. Additionally, he lent his voice to the character Toulouse in The Aristocats, 1970, and played the ill-fated teenager Eddie Marchand, who met a tragic end as the shark victim in Jaws 2. Dubin took on the role of a runaway boy in a 1968 episode of Green Acres. In 1969, he portrayed Dal, a deaf boy, in Season 1, Episode 25 of Land of the Giants, titled Shell Game. His presence extended to the James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever, where he participated in a carnival scene, challenging Jill St. John to water balloons and humorously claiming cheating when he lost. Apart from his on-screen roles, Dubin was a notable voice actor, particularly in dubbing for Japanese animation during the 1990s to the early 2000s. His extensive career included various projects, with one of his later roles being in Rock Barnes, The Emperor in You. Sadly, Dubin passed away on October 8, 2016, succumbing to bone cancer, as revealed by one of his siblings. Now, in 2023, Punky Lazar continues to hold a special place in the hearts of fans around the world. Despite the passage of time, her character remains iconic, representing a timeless spirit of youthful energy and individuality. Punky Lazar's enduring popularity serves as a testament to the lasting impact of well-written characters and the talented actors who bring them to life. Punky Lazar played by Gary Dubin when he was 12 years old. Sadly, Dubin died on October 8, 2016, from bone cancer, a sibling of his revealed. He was 57 years old. Number 11. Elaine Giftos as Bonnie Kleinschmidt-Bonnie, portrayed as Reuben's girl Friend and a stylish stewardess, adds a touch of glamour to the show, often seen in her short-skirted uniform even when off-duty. Her character not only contributes comedic moments, but also becomes entangled in the family's adventures. Before her foray into acting, Giftos worked as a fashion model in New York, earning the title of Miss Ultra Smooth for Clairol in 1964. During this role, she traveled across the United States, promoting the company's soothing lotion for shaving women's legs. Giftos's experience as a photographer's model also led to her images appearing in magazines such as Ingenue, Red Book, and 17. Trained by George Balanchine as a member of the New York City Ballet, Giftos transitioned to Broadway, performing in Leonard Sillman's New Faces of 1968 and Pousse Café. Subsequently, she moved to California to pursue a career in movies and television. Giftos made her television debut in an episode of I Dream of Jeannie, Jeannie the Matchmaker, as a dating service clerk. Her diverse television appearances include shows like Bonanza, My Three Sons, The Interns, Ironside, Adam 12, Streets of San Francisco, The Paul Lines Show, Love, American Style, and The Partridge Family, where she played the recurring role of Reuben Kincaid's girlfriend, Bonnie Kleinschmidt. Bonnie Kleinschmidt is played by Elaine Giftos when she was 30 years old, and now she is 81 years old. We reflect on the incredible journey of the Partridge Family cast from 1970 to 1974. Witnessing their growth and transformations, it's evident that the bond forged during those years has left an enduring legacy. From thrilling highway pursuits to heartwarming moments, these actors brought the California Highway Patrol to life. Their stories continue to resonate with fans around the world. As we explore their then and now, we celebrate the enduring impact of the Partridge Family. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic trip down the California highways with the remarkable Chips cast of yesteryear.